started as a professional at the age of 15. I was at the age of 15 when I started playing professional. But I picked up my first guitar at 11 years old. I heard Chuck Brown and the Soul Searchers, and it was something about that beat. When I heard it, it resonated with my soul, and I knew that was something that I wanted to do.
Welcome to Smoke and Ice with Kelly and Wayne. This is the podcast where you're not only informed, but entertained. Sit back, relax, and remember, where there's smoke, there's fire, and you can't chill without ice. Now, here are your hosts, Kelly Allen and Wayne McCullers.
Tonight's guest is a true legend of Washington, D.C.'s music scene, a bassist, vocalist, a music director who has spent over 4 decades, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, shaping the GoGo sound. He's led his band through legendary live shows, hit records, and unforgettable performances that keep the culture alive. Get ready for stories from the front lines of funk, rhythm, legacy. Please welcome Big Tony Fisher.
One and only.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
One of the things I think has been misunderstood for years is the fact that a lot of major labels don't know how to market GoGo. And the reason for that is because, and I hate to use this, but this is the best way the best analysis I can use. GoGo is it's like dope. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to cut it or you're going to OD on it.
Right.
It's like,
that's real.
You got to water it down because the best way to experience it is live. You know what I'm saying? You can't capture it. Well, no, I take that back because we were able to do it. But you can't capture the full experience of GoGo unless you do it live. And the thing is that the live GoGo just don't fit the format of radio.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Trouble Funk can fit the format of GoGo. You know what I'm saying? Because we're just that original. You know what I'm saying? We're just that original, and we know how to format our music to make it radio friendly, but still raw.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because, again, it's like in the beginning, all of those hit records like Drop the Bomb and Let's Get Small and Say What and Hey Fellas, all of those songs, here locally, they wouldn't play it. They would not play those songs. So those songs would get hot outside of D.C., and then word would get out, and then all of a sudden now they want to play the songs.
Right.
And that was fine with me. You know what I'm saying? That was fine with me because now you got to go buy it. When we was trying to give it to you,
Right.
So now if you want it, you got to go buy it.
Wow.
I remember, I'm certain y'all familiar with the name Donnie Simpson.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I remember Donnie Simpson was on KYS, and the first time he played Say What, and he said something that just made me, I could have choked that guy at the time. But we cool now. Me and Donnie, we like this, you know.
Right.
Because I think Donnie's from Detroit, right? Originally.
I think so, yeah.
So he didn't really know GoGo like that, you know. But he said, man, he's a new one from Trouble Funk, pots, pans, and all. I said, God damn it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was talking about the percussion. Trouble Funk is our style of music is a lot of heavy percussion.
Clap from it. Come on. Clap from it. Clap from it. Come on. Clap from it. Hey. Say what?
That's what drives GoGo. That's what gets you into it. That's what gets you into the groove. And you just want to keep listening and listening.
Years later, he wound up being one of our biggest fans, or GoGo's biggest fan. You know.
Wow. So what bands have you toured with or have opened up for you? Because most of the time you're the headliner because you just deserve it. So it's a lot of people that come before you, and then Trouble Funk. Then y'all shut out the show or keep it going until 4 a.m., whatever.
Well, it didn't start off like that. When we first started, we played with some heavy hitters back in the day. We toured with Parliament Funkadelics, Sugar Hill. We toured with a little bit of everybody. Now, here's the thing. The groups like Cameo and Confunction and even Curtis Blow, we wind up opening up for a lot of these bands. But as the tour went on, they didn't want to come behind us anymore.
Wow.
A lot of them didn't want to come behind us. Quick story. We did a show in Norfolk. I think it was the Norfolk Scope or something, with Curtis Blow. Sold out crowd, packed. Curtis Blow had a really hot song out. I forgot which one it was, but he was hot. He was hot. And it was a couple of other groups on there, a couple of other acts, but we were scheduled to come on just before Curtis Blow. Curtis Blow was scheduled to come on last. So we told the promoters, like, man, look, you may want to see if Curtis want to switch up with us, because I don't think it's going to be a good look if Curtis come on after us. Curtis was like, man, I'm the headliner and this, that, and the other, and I got the hot record, and my record is this, and my record is that, and so. It's like, okay. We came on that joint, and then after we finished, Curtis Blow came on that joint with his turntables. Clap your hands, everybody! And people was on the way out the door.
Well, these are the breaks.
Right.
These are the breaks.
Exactly.
Gotta learn them sometimes. You tried it. You tried to fix it.
Yeah. And man, we felt so bad for this dude, man, after the show. He looked like he was ready to cry. So me and my cousin Dyke, we tried to console him, man, and talk to, hey, man, hey, it happens, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. Don't feel bad about it, And he was like, man, I should have let you guys play last. I said, well, maybe next time.
I gotta learn you sometime. Yeah.
And from that day on, Curtis Blow and I and Dyke, and we became the best of friends.
Right.
And we actually wound up working together, So we did this song called I'm Chillin'.
T-Bone. Nasty.
And from that day on, Curtis Blow had the GoGo bug.
Right.
He couldn't get enough. So he recorded with us, then he came back and then recorded with EU, and then he used some Trouble Funk samples.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we've toured with a lot of other international acts like Foo Fighters. As a matter of fact, Dave Grohl is a personal friend of mine.
I want to give Trouble Funk and Big Tony a shout out, a big up for 35 years of funk in the Washington D.C. area. As a local kid growing up outside of Washington D.C., Trouble Funk were legends, just as they are today. My band opened up for Trouble Funk when I was maybe 16 or 17 years old. And every time I've ever seen that band play, it's inspired me to go home and discover music and play as well as I can. The greatest live band in the world, and I have always been proud to say that I'm from Washington, D.C.'s metropolitan area, because we have go-go music and bands like Trouble Funk. So here's to 35 more years of the funk.
I've been knowing Dave Grohl, for over 37 years. It's like, he was playing in a band called Scream, and he used to open up for us. That sounds funny saying that. This guy, he's worth like $2,600 million or something like. He used to open up for us. He he used to open up for us back in the day at the old 930 Club, the original 930 Club. Now, my partner Wiz, he know about that because he sat in with me a couple of times there, you know. But yeah, he used to open up for us, and he tell people right now to this day that Trouble Funk inspired him to do what he do right now to this day, you know. And he called me his hero. And I be wanting to say like, man, what's to give your hero just 1% of that 26.
Right.
Right. I feel you on that. Yeah.
No, but he came back to show a lot of love, man. You know, we did a lot of tours with him. He actually did my 50th birthday. No, I'm sorry, my 55th birthday. You know, he performed for me and paid me some ridiculous amount of money for my birthday to perform. You know,
Nice.
So that was love right there.
The music of Washington, D.C., its soul is rooted in go-go music. Yes, it is. It's all percussion driven. And where did that driving beat come from? From the likes of James Brown and Aretha Franklin, who took the music out of the church and drove it with power and force to the center of the stage where it stayed. Growing up in Washington, D.C. as a kid, I couldn't have dreamed of being here in the Kennedy Center playing with the legendary Trouble Funk.
You know, we also played with UB40. Trouble Funk right now to this day is the first go-go band to perform at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, wow. That's nice, man.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what,
man. So,
you know what, man? I just want to give a shout out to you guys, man. Just listen to your story, man. All those you inspired in hip hop, you know, R&B, you know, rock,
Yeah.
other genres, man. And to the point that Prince came to see you guys overseas, correct? When you guys overseas?
yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
tell us about that
Absolutely.
story, man.
We was on tour. We was in, I think it was Nice, and Prince was at the time. Prince was doing a movie over there somewhere. You know, he was recording a movie. I don't know, one of them damn flops, Graffiti Bridge or Under the Cherry Moon, one of them joints. You know, and he came through there, and I was wondering I was wondering why was the crowd like just like turned the other way and stuff, you know, and then my one of my guys, Rosie, came through and said, Prince is here, man. You know, so I announced it, you know, and you know, you can't see him because all his bodyguards are way bigger than him.
Right.
You know. But he stayed around till after the show, and he even invited us because he said he was going to some club to jam, you know, later on, and he invited us to come through and jam with him.
Wow.
Unfortunately, we couldn't. We had to get back to the hotel because the bus, you know, we couldn't speak that language, and we was getting tour support from Island Records. We was on Island Records at the time, so we was getting tour support from Island Records, and everything was like this. You know, we really didn't get a chance to enjoy ourselves or see the city. It was like we hit one joint, go to the hotel, get some rest, get up in the morning, we on to the next city, you know? And that was an opportunity I wish we had taken advantage of, but it was beyond our control, right. You know? Just to be able to say that we jam, or I jam with Prince,
wow.
You know? But mysteriously, a few months later, he came out with this album called the Black Album. And concept of that album was nonstop from one song to the other.
Which is GoGo. It's
Right.
GoGo.
Okay.
It's GoGo.
Yeah,
I love it. So, speaking
yeah.
of that, you over the decades you've had to deal with music technology changes, industry changes, changes in audience expectation. How do you deal with that?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Chuck Brown taught me something years ago. I learned this from Chuck Brown, man, and it never failed me. It never failed. Um, Chuck Brown told me, he said it's okay to change your style, but just don't compromise your identity. Basically, what he was telling me is that you're gonna have to reinvent yourself. Just don't lose your identity in the process. You know, and that's what I've been doing ever since. I've been finding a way to reinvent this band. You know what I'm saying? And stay true to my identity at the same time. You know, so I'm, you know, I don't care where we go. You know what I'm saying? I take pride in the fact that you could put me anywhere with anybody, any band. I'm gonna make you dance.
Right.
It just ain't no funk like Trouble Funk.
No,
We gonna make you dance.
it sure ain't. Listen, I was there during Chuck Brown Day, so I know. Ain't no funk like Trouble Funk. Now, with all that being said, are there some things that you refuse to give up, and some things that are just like okay to change?
The only thing I refuse to give up is my originality. You know what I'm saying? Trouble Funk, excuse me. Trouble Funk right now to this day, it is 45 plus years later. We will be celebrating our 50th anniversary next year in 2026. As a matter of fact, we're going to be doing a 50th anniversary reunion. We'll get more into that a little later on. But yeah, I'm not going to compromise my originality. Right now, one of the things that's going on with GoGo is there's not enough originality. Like all of these bands that's coming up right now, the new bands, they play more cover tunes, GoGo style, than they do originals. You know what I'm saying? And you're not going to get so far playing somebody else's music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of the downfalls of the business, the music and the business, when it comes to GoGo. There's just not enough original hits. Like Trouble Funk right now to this day, we have more original hits than any other GoGo band, including my good friend and musical mentor, Chuck Brown. May he rest in peace. A lot of people don't know this, but I think about 70 to 75% of Chuck Brown hits is cover tunes, but he does it so well and so clever, so very clever. Again, Chuck Brown, I call him like the Luther Vandross of GoGo.
Right.
Because we all know if Luther take your shit, it ain't yours no more.
It ain't it's a wrap.
Yeah. And that was the same thing with Chuck Brown. Chuck Brown, GoGo Swing. Daylight Come, We Don't Want to Go Home. I Need Some Money. All of these are old songs that's probably older than some of the people that actually grew up on. You know, some of the stuff is before me. You know, but when the young audience hear it, they think it's something new. And then when they hear when they hear the original, I remember. This song came on, It was the original song. There I go, there I go, there I go. And my son, he was very young at the time, and he said, "Dad, that man singing Chuck Brown's song." I said, "Nah, Chuck Brown is singing that man's song."
Right.
But,
There I go, there I go, there I go, there I go. Pretty baby, you are the soul who snaps my control. Such a fun. I go, there I go, there I go.
Pretty baby, you are the soul that snaps my control.
but because he couldn't identify with it. It was Chuck Brown.
Right.
You know, so again, when you do stuff like that, and I don't have nothing against top 40s, but make it yours.
Right.
If you're going to take it, make it yours. You know what I'm saying? We did a few top 40s that went on to be really big hits. You remember the joint by Kraftwerk, Trans-Europe Express? Trans-Europe Express. Well, I don't know if you remember it or not, but that was a group from over here in the UK.
Right, yeah.
Well, I liked the song. I took the song and did my version of it, and we came out with Trouble Funk Express. Yeah.
Do it.
And it went on to be a really big song, you know. Same thing with Dance to the Drummer's Beat. We did that song. We called it Dance to Trouble's Beat. And we did that song with some major rap artists by the name of Body and Soul. And I think that joint went gold. Yeah, so.
All right,
got some stories now. Got some stories.
Listen, and we're here for it. We're here for it. Tell us all.
Hey, listen,
Yeah,
you dropped some real gems for the youth out there or the younger groups who are doing GoGo. You know, you really said some good things that I think they need to hear. Are there any young group that you hear doing GoGo that you like? That, you know, it's like, okay, this group's pretty good. Okay.
Yeah, there are a few major go-go artist groups that I like that's doing great things, you know. One of the groups that came up a little bit after our era. They was right there on the edge, because back then we had what you called the Big Four. And the Big Four was Chuck Brown, Trouble Funk, Rare Essence, and EU in that order.
Yep.
You know. And then you had the band Junkyard. Those are young guys beating on buckets and cans and stuff. And a lot of people don't even know this, but Trouble Funk was the first to take them in the studio and produce them. We took them in the studio and produced an album on them when we was with Sugar Hill. And right now to this day, I don't know why Rio did it, but Rio, we had about 3 albums in the can, and Rio took all the masters up to Sugar Hill and just, gave it to Joe Robinson.
Wow.
And I know what he called himself doing, but it's like, I thought it was a little too premature, to do that. He basically wanted to mix those songs up there, through the Sugar Hill, studio. But before we can get to that point, things went real left, and the album was hot, but we wasn't seeing no money, so we wasn't happy with it, and they wasn't giving us no money, and we was going hungry. And so we wind up, as a result of that, going to court trying to get out of the contract. Now we couldn't perform, because again we was going to court and trying to get our masters and everything back and get out of the contract. So we could not perform or record. Well, we could perform, but we couldn't record any new material until we got that litigation out the way. So what we did, we had started performing under different names, like Tilt, Arcade Funk. I went and grabbed this guy named Iceberg Slim, and we put him out as a front man. You know, that's the done we did. Don't touch that stereo.
Right.
And then we started producing other acts. It was really us, but it was like in disguise.
Right. You had to get around
You know,
it
just
almost like a
yeah,
ghostwriter.
just so we can eat. Yeah, you know. And we created this record label called Debt because that's what we was in, debt. You know, but it actually it actually stood for Dyke, Edwards, Tony, and Taylor. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, they got groups like I said, Junkyard still doing it at a very high level, and we got this group called Backyard Band. Those guys are phenomenal, man. I mean, yes, yeah. Hats off to them. I just want them. They're on fire right now. I would just like to see them be more original. They got a lot of grooves, but it's not nothing that's really structured.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, but it happened to be working for them. And by the way, the lead guy, Big G, he's been in a lot of movies and stuff like that too. You know, so he's an actor as well. You know, that's doing very well and has a very promising future with that. You know, there's a guy that's actually that's managing them now, and you're probably familiar with the name Cliff Jones. He had a very hot gospel record out by the name of Encourage. Be Encourage.
Oh, I do know that. I've heard of that.
We talked about everybody who sampled, but you got a lot of artists who will take the go-go sound and put it into their, like Salt and Pepper,
Yes.
Wale,
Salt and Pepper, Kid and Play.
Didn't play.
Kid
I was about to
Play.
say that. Yeah.
The Roots.
Jill Scott.
The Roots, one of my favorites, Rising Up, which is featuring Wale, by the way. But I love that one. So how does that make you feel honored that these people who...
Oh yeah, absolutely. But the only thing I wish they would do, and they're starting to do it. You can't get around it now. But the only thing that I wish they would do more of is acknowledge it. When when they win those awards, those Grammys and stuff, I would like to see them shout out the GoGo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the GoGo. The DMV GoGo. This song was inspired. You know what I'm saying? It's like they think everybody but the people that's responsible for the damn hit.
Right. And there was one person who gave you your flowers though, and I want to hear it from you. I don't want to give it. Wasn't there one rap artist that when they were asked about GoGo? Tell me about that.
Oh yeah, well we had a couple of we have a couple of rap artists that gives GoGo their props, but one artist in particular is KRS-One.
Right.
He really, I mean he admires Trouble Funk. He really respects Trouble Funk, and I definitely have a lot of respect for him and what he does, because this guy is like he created the Bible for go-go. I mean for hip hop, and there was an interview that he did, and they asked him. They said, "What do you think about DC go-go?" And he said his exact words was, "Well, there's go-go, and then there's Trouble Funk." And he said, "Trouble Funk is hip hop." When he said that, it kind of threw me for a loop because I didn't quite understand what he meant by that. But when he went on, what he meant by that is that the rappers, a lot of the rappers, they sample so many of our beats, and Pump Me Up in particular has been sampled so many times by hip hop artists. Undoubtedly one of the most sampled singles alone. Everybody and their mama didn't sample that song, but they embrace Trouble Funk as one of their own. As a matter of fact, Trouble Funk is we have been inducted in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame Museum. You know,
Congratulations.
so thank you. Yeah.
Word on the street is that you produced for 2 Live Crew as well. Did I
Yes,
hear that
yes.
right?
Actually, my partner and I, me and Denver Wright, you know, a lot of y'all know him as the Wiz.
Oh,
You know,
that guy.
that was that was something that Luke Skywalker is a big Trouble Funk fan. You know, it was called Banned in the USA. That album went platinum, and that album was produced by myself and Wiz. You know, my partner Wiz, and yeah, that was something
Okay.
because that was one of the first albums that I had the opportunity to produce that was outside of the actual GoGo, but it had some similarities in common, like the bottom end, you know, like Miami bass is like, oh man, it's real similar to that DC GoGo bass. You know what I'm saying? GoGo is real bottom heavy.
Right.
You know, it's just so much faster. You know, but they got the hook lines and the call and response and all that stuff there. You know, they got that same type of feel. You know, that GoGo have. Only again, like I said, it's just really, really fast. Pop that coochie, pop that coochie, baby, pop.
Oh, you know what? Gonna listen to that on the way home.
Look, if we was to do that GoGo style, we'd be like, pop that coochie, pop the coochie, baby, pop.
Right.
Yeah, but
It would, but that go-go beat behind it would make it so fire, though. Like, you know, you can appreciate it in both genres. Like, it had its place here, but it could also have its place there. And so, yeah.
You know, go-go is like a rich cracker. Yeah, everything goes good with that.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You can go caviar or you can go tuna fish. It don't matter. It goes well.
It's like Frank's hot sauce. You can put that on everything.
That's right. That is so right. So if Treble Funk was to release a legacy album, what would that album sound like? What would it be? Like what the flavor is always gonna be there, of course. But would it be topical? Would it just be energy wide? Like where would you go?
Well, actually, yeah, we're Trouble Funk. We're actually working on a new album right now.
Okay.
Funny you mentioned that, and we plan to incorporate different styles of music with this song right here. Still going to have go-go ingredients, but with this album, we plan to incorporate different styles of music just to show the versatility of how go-go can blend, you know, with other styles of music. So we plan on doing some calypso. We plan on doing some reggae. We plan on doing some go-go rock. You know what I'm saying? This album right here is something that I always wanted to do to display the versatility of not just go-go, but Trouble Funk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the thing that a lot of people overlook, because go-go is pretty much, well, it's not basic. It sounds basic. I'm going to tell you something. Some of the best musicians cannot play this. You know, because like I said, we work very hard to make this look easy. You know? And it's nothing that you can learn. You got to live it.
Right.
You got to live this stuff right here. You know? And if you hear any major artist that's playing go-go, you better believe there's some DC folks in there in that band. We also plan to go back and do a couple of revamp some of our hit records and bring that back up to date. I plan to go in to do "Pump Me Up" again.
Pump me up.
E-flat boogie, and maybe a couple of the other hits. You know, I want to bring those up to date a little bit, and only we'll be doing more singing instead of rapping on "Pump Me Up."
Gotcha.
All right.
You know, but yeah, we got some things coming up. We got some things coming up at 26.
Okay.
Yeah, it ain't over.
No, it ain't never over.
No,
it ain't never.
Yeah. Oh, the party ain't over.
No. Well, besides the new studio album and other projects you just named, are you guys touring? Where can people find you at? Where you playing at, man? Where can we come see you live, man?
Cause I always hear about the Halloween joint.
Yes. We're doing something. We're doing a pre-high. Now this right here is a very intimate. Actually, it's like this spot that we're doing is one of my favorite spots. It's called the Blue Dolphin, and it don't hold no more than about maybe 350 people, But every now and then, I love the idea of doing something real intimate, real small, and just get in there where I can get close to the crowd, And we're doing a pre-Halloween masquerade happy hour.
Thursday, October 30th, 7 p.m. Blue Dolphin Banquet Hall presents
the pre-Halloween masquerade happy hour.
Starring the world's greatest go-go band.
It's Big Tony and Trouble Funk. For the very first time ever, performing live with Trouble Funk. Special guest, Derek D.C. Vibe Holmes.
Welcome to your life. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Cash prize for best costume. It all happens at the Blue Dolphin Seafood Bar and Grill, 1166 MD3 North Gambrills, Maryland. General admission tickets just $35 in advance. Available at eventbrite.com. Tickets also available at the Blue Dolphin. $45 at the door. There'll be a cash bar. Blue Dolphin menu will be available. Seating is first come, first serve. $45 VIP seating is also available. For more information, call 301-237-2975 or 240-351-1045 or 202-531-5263. Doors open at 7 p.m. And be sure to pick up on Big Tony's signature drink,
the Big Tony Monster Mash.
Thursday, October 30th. It's the pre-Halloween masquerade happy hour. Starring Big Tony and Trouble Funk with special guest Derek D.C. Vibe Home. Go to eventbrite.com and get your tickets now.
Be there.
And that's the day before Halloween. And I didn't say free. I said pre.
Pre, right? We heard pre, but we'll be there though.
Yeah.
But I heard pre.
Yeah.
I heard pre.
Yeah.
Now look, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish up on that Halloween.
So we're doing that, and that's pretty much that's my gig right there. I do. It's an annual thing that I do every year. To just have some fun. We all have fun. We get dressed up. Like every year, I'll come dressed as something. Like last year. Last year I was an inmate. I had like a prison uniform.
Uh-huh.
So this year I'm gonna do something really dope. Guess what I'm gonna be this year?
What you gonna be?
What's up?
I'm coming as myself.
Now, you can't get no flyer than that.
I'm coming as Big Tony, the OG.
The OG. The OG.
With my gangster gear on.
Well, okay. Well, listen, I don't want us to forget about the 50th anniversary because we brought it up and we said we're going to come back to it. So I want to hear about this 50th anniversary.
Yes. So here's the thing. It's still in the works. We don't have anything solid, but the only thing I do know that we are doing our 50th anniversary reunion next year, God willing, 2026. You know, and we're bringing all of the original members that's still living. We're bringing them back for that one night. But not only are we bringing them back, Seth Herwick is a good friend of mine. He's the guy that owned the 930 Club, the Anthem, the Meriwether Post Pavilion. He owned a lot of venues, you know.
The Atlantis?
Yes, we just performed the Atlantis a couple of weeks ago. As a matter of fact, we did a live album there, and it's released. You can find that on iTunes, Apple Music. It's called Trouble Funk Live. No, I'm sorry, Big Tony and Trouble Funk live
right.
at the Atlantis.
Right. Yeah.
Hint. Yeah, take a piece of Trouble Funk home with you.
Right.
You know, but we did a live album there, and that turned out really great. That joint is nice. Yeah, check it out. But next year, I'm hoping that we can do something like the Anthem because not only are we going to be performing with the original members, we're going to be trying we're going to try to get some of the groups, some of the artists that actually sampled Trouble Funk, like to come through there and do at least one song, that one major hit that they sampled. You know what I'm saying? And just play with Trouble Funk, you know, as a tribute to what we contribute to their culture. You know what I'm saying? I would like to have LL come through there and do something. Of course, KRS-One, Criminal Minded. I like to get Snoop Dogg through there. You know, he did something. I like to get Teddy Riley. To come through there and do something. All of these guys, Salt and Pepper, if we can get them to come through. So I'm going to be working with Seth on that, and he knows all of those guys, and he has the juice. I don't have the juice.
You got the juice. You got the juice.
But Seth, he has the juice, you know, to make it happen, man. So that's the plan. That's what I want to do. I want to make this a really big production, a really great event. You know what I'm saying? And of course I want to record it live. I want to multi-track it, you know, and capture that history. And I also want to video record it, you know, and for everybody that couldn't be there to see it.
Well, Big Tony, where can they look you up and find information for your dates, follow you, get more information, reach out to you, or just see what Big Tony and Trouble Funk is doing? You got social media?
Okay, let's see here. You like, say that again, social media?
You got social media, website, or anything our viewers can?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can go to troublefunk.com. You can get a little information on that right there. But the bulk of the information, you can go to Big Tony's Trouble Funk page, Big Tony's Twitter page, Big Tony's IG, Big Tony TWF IG, and I think I got about 4 or 5 Facebook pages, and they all got something different. You can go to Big Tony Fisher. TikTok, you know, so you can find us anywhere. You can, you know, just look for us. And again, most of the music you can get from Apple Music, Amazon Music, iTunes, and all other digital download platforms.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Big Tony, listen, I am so grateful and I am so thankful for you taking us
Thank you, man.
deep into the history, the stories, and the heart of go-go music. And you.
It's my pleasure.
You are You
A
hold
legend.
you hold a place right here with me so much.
Oh, thank you.
And I appreciate it so much. So thank you.
Thank you.
You got
It's my
anything else?
pleasure.
Nah, Big Tony, thank you, man. I have no questions. No questions. It was a real joy talking to you, my brother. I appreciate this, man. For sure.
Hey, man, the feeling is mutual, man. I appreciate it. You guys do great interviews.
Oh,
thank
thank
you.
you. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
that. Did y'all hear that? Great interviews.
Hey, we're doing it.
So, how much did you say I get paid for this?
Listen, I'll let you talk to our producer about that. He got you covered.
Listen, next time I'm there, we'll go out and get some seafood.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that. I like them crab legs.
Right, on me. Well, listen, you stay right there. But to all of our fans, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for rocking with us today. It has been another great episode of Smoke and Ice. And
hey, Kelly.
Yes.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
No.
But yeah, I always like to end my interviews by thanking all of the fans that rock with us over the 45 plus years. Thank you guys. We love you. And all of you guys that may not have heard of Trouble Funk, go check us out, and I'm sure you'll be very impressed. So again, thank everybody that rocked with us for the 45 plus years. We love y'all, and we appreciate you.
All right, everybody, keep supporting real music. Keep supporting the groove. And listen, check out my man Big Tony in Trouble Funk.
And
Thank you.
We'll catch you next time with more real stories and real great conversation. I'm Kelly.
I'm Wayne.
And I'm Big Tony Fisher.
Hey,
let's spark something real.
We hope you've enjoyed Smoke and Ice with Kelly and Wayne. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Tell a friend so they too can be informed and entertained. For more information about the show, go to smokeandice.net.